Guys, why am I literally scheduled to work 7 days this week? I'm on day 4, trying to lay down, just rest, watch some TV, maybe take a nap. And all I can think about is dang SAT. And so here we are, trying to do this question. I looked at this question and I noticed that you could very easily solve it, but for some reason the SAT labels it as hard. So if this question is a bit hard for you, trust me, it's going to be the easiest thing that you've ever done in your life after this very short lesson. And excuse my terrible handwriting in this. So here's your very first note. They mention mean as one of your answer choices in this. So what is mean? Mean is your average. That's all of your total values that you're calculating in your data set, and then you just divide by how many there are. So for example, I wrote if you have A plus B plus C. So imagine those are all numbers, right? You have 3 different numbers. You're going to divide it by 3. And that's the formula for calculating any mean. The total numbers divided by how many there are. But as always, of course, even if you are completely blanking on the SAT, you can just take advantage of Desmos and calculate mean using the tool labeled mean in the functions tab. Note number 2, you can't even find mean from a box plot. And that's pretty much it. That's the entire note. But what you can find from box plots is the median of a data set. Every statistical representation shows different things. There's so many ways to describe data. There's your maximum, there's your minimum, there's your range, there's your RQR, your IQR1, IQR3, and then of course mean, median, and mode. Just like bar graphs show you easily the frequency of different data values in a data set, or in other words, how often specific numbers show up, box plots are designed to show you what the median is. They just don't tell you the mean. So now you might be wondering, what is median? Your median is a representation of the middle value of the numbers in your data set. So for example, if you're given 1, 2, and 3 in your data set, the 2 is directly in the middle, that's going to be your median. And that's all there is to it. And of course, that only accounts when all your data sets are in order. So for example, if this were to be written as 3, 1, and 2, the median would still be 2, even though it's not written that way. You have to put everything in order for it to be correct. And the main purpose of the median is to show people what the center of the data set is, because of course, it's not always going to be very close to the maximum and the minimum. Think of it as if you're looking at the middle class of citizens. The very last thing to take note of is this is exactly how a box plot is supposed to look like. As you can see here, it gives you the maximum, the minimum, and right there, that line, the very middle is your median. Your median is always going to be the line inside your box for a box plot. The line is close to the left, that means you have a lower median, it's on the lower side, and if it's more to the right, that means it's going to be higher. So between those two options, you can see that the right box plot is going to have a greater median. Now that you know what you know, you should be able to solve this if you weren't able to before. Here's a bit closer look at the plot so you can decide which one has a greater median, and the answer should be C because the line in the box of group 1 is closer to the right, so it has a higher median.